Yo guys, what's going on? GIVI Motovlogging today, and welcome back to another quarantine video. So today's my 2 days off work for this week, and obviously I can't do anything on the bike, and I've seen a lot of people in the comments recently. I don't know if it's the same guy. Basically he just wants to go through my it wants me to go through my motovlogging setup, which has been trial and error for years doing this channel. Well, the year, but it feels like forever since I've finally been happy with an actual setup, you know, that produces good video, good audio. It's just trial and error. I've got to a point now where I'm really happy with my camera quality and my microphone quality, and I've got the helmet I want. So today I'm going to go through my lovely AGV. It's a really hard thing to film this because it's all black. But yeah, I'm going to go through my AGV Corsa R. Basically how I'm going to do it, because I've tried to film this video a couple times and it's really weird and awkward filming inside of a helmet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk through the helmet in this format, and then I'm going to try to throw over some shots that I'll film afterwards, so you can get a real better look and a sense of what's inside the helmet. Yeah, we'll start off really quickly. It's a funny helmet to film, so you'll be seeing a lot of shots of like B-roll shots of it over the top. So the helmet itself, I've got a video on the channel, I'll leave that up here. When I went to pick this up from Moto UK down in just past Loughborough, at Leicester, I'm not too sure. This helmet is the AGV Corsa R. If you can't see, it's gloss black, not matte black, gloss black. And yeah, there's a few things done to it. One, to make it better at motovlogging, but two, to make it look a bit better. So the first thing I did when I got this was obviously put the light smoke visor on it. Inside there we're looking at Pinlock. That's a 120 fog resistant Pinlock, and that's a light smoke as well. So on a sunny day, you can only just see through the visor. It's very opaque with two light smoke components in there, but most of the time if I'm running normally, the light smoke visor and the clear Pinlock, they'll happily do. Even as it starts to get dark as well, you'll still be able to see out of the visor, which is a nice touch as well, especially as I'm commuting on the bike. So yeah, that's the visor. Couple stickers on it. Got the Isle of Man sticker. I had that on my AGV K1. I went to the 2019 Isle of Man, and I wanted it on this one, so I ordered one of these offline, stuck it on the top. But I don't feel like I've cheated because I went. And obviously the Oakley stickers on the side as well. They're just a nice touch for the visor. Just add that little bit of white into the helmet as well. On the back as well, I've got the MT-07 sticker and the I don't know what they call it, like the MT range sticker as well, to match the stickers on the bike. On the back as well, and not a lot of you guys will have noticed this because I've only just changed it and you won't have seen it in videos yet, but I've put the Pista R spoiler on the back. So I've taken off the Corsa one, which was more rounded and more, I don't know, it looked nice, it did, but the Pista one's a bit more sharper in styling. I've thrown that on the back. I think that were about 50-60 quid off eBay. Onto the motovlogging itself. This is going to be the hard bit to show you. So yeah, the camera I use, if you're ever wondering what I use or anything I do in a video, anything to do with the bike, what's on the bike, what gear I wear or anything, if you go down into any of the descriptions on my videos, I've got a list of all the camera equipment I use, the ND filters, all what I'm telling you today is all down there. It's not linked, but it's all down there for you to go see if you're ever curious. So yeah, the front of the AGV is an absolute funny, weird looking helmet to mount anything on. I had the same trouble with the AGV K3 that I had and the K1. So the front of the AGV is really pointed and curvy, and most of the time a lot of people try to get specific mounts for them, but people charge ridiculous money for their mounts, like 20-30 pounds just for a little mount. You can get some knockoff ones off eBay, but they don't seem to have the proper 3M tape on and they seem to come off. But I just got the curved mount that you get given with a GoPro, and I also scratched the side of some 3M tape off just to cover the curve, then stick that on top. And I mean, that's doing pretty well for adhesion. That's been through snow and rain and all that, and that's stuck on there pretty well. As for the mount, it's just a cheap mount I found offline. I got a grab bag of GoPro mounts for like 5 quid, and there were all sorts of little components in there, and then I ended up making it work. Now, let's say a lot of people have these things where there's about 100 different arms coming round to the face, but as you can see on mine, I had a lucky arm that just came curved round with an extra bit on the top. The GoPro fit fine on there. There's a lot of adjustability for angles if you're ever tucked in or back up. That's just another thing that makes the helmet look a tad cleaner as well. Not a load of mounts all over it. So the camera itself is the GoPro Hero 7 Black. I got this the day the GoPro Hero 8 come out for a big discount, so I thought I'd pick one of these up. I used to film in 4K when I first got it, but now I film in 2.7K, 30 FPS. A lot of people would say film in 60, but it just absolutely drains your battery. So 30 FPS, and because I use ND filters now, I film with a shutter of 1/60. So I always film in a 1/60 shutter, and anything to adjust with exposure, I just use the ND filters. So yeah, that's the camera. Pretty decent camera really. I mean, there's not much I can really say about the GoPro Hero 7. It's a reliable camera, removable battery, 128GB SD card in it. Can't really fault it. Rarely ever corrupts files as well, which is a big thing. The Hero Session that I used to film with does a lot. As for recording my audio, you have to have one of these little GoPro adapters in, another 50 quid, which I waited forever for one of these to come back into stock because they all sold out and I could not find a second-hand one for a reasonable price online. They were all like 80-90 quid. But I got this one when it came back into stock from Halfords, 60 quid. Stuck that on the side of the helmet with some Velcro as well, so that's removable. The microphone curves around the side. And the microphone I'm using is a PurplePanda lavaliere microphone. Now, as for showing you inside the helmet and the routing for the microphone, this is going to be the fun part. So I'm not going to take any of the padding out because that's going to be an absolute ball ache to put back in, and I know I'll mess all my setup up. But basically, it goes under the chin strap, as you can see, around, tied up in a little knot with a cable tie. So the wire isn't everywhere, tucked in the cheek pad. Then it goes round the helmet round to the other side, and the microphone's just stuck in the cheek pad here, with a windproof sock on it. Now, to me, I could do with a little bit more windproofing, but the audio's just good enough for me at the minute, so I don't want to pull everything out and ruin it. So the next one I add, something that I added only a couple of weeks ago, is the SENA 10S. So the local bike shop near me, Simon, who I ride with, who has the blue MT-07, and we were just searching online and we'd seen a deal for a set of SENA 10Ss, 220 quid I think it was for a set. So that's like what, 110 quid each, which is a bargain. So yeah, fired down there. These were on offer because they were on clearance. Picked these up, hadn't looked into them, hadn't really even thought about them. We just wanted a nice cheap intercom set that we could use for summer, and so we could hear each other when we're talking. And to be honest, I cannot fault this enough. It breaks up a little bit when you're with a couple of the riders, as we found out the other week, and the distance isn't amazing, but for what we do, we're always riding next to each other and pretty close. So yeah, and if the ranges ever goes out of bounds, we can always just give each other a phone call, and the sound quality and microphone quality is brilliant on it anyway. So SENA 10S, so far no issues, can't really go wrong with that. So to be honest, I mean, like you say, there's not much you can really talk about helmet for that long. Lovely lightweight helmet, fits on my head, you know, perfectly, no issues at all. Carries the GoPro very well. All the lining inside is brilliant to remove. You can really fit whatever you want to get in there. Still comfortable with all the wiring in. Only downside I would say about this AGV is the SENA little ear pads, the speakers. They fit in the helmet just fine, but they don't fit in there with my head shape. So you'll see I use earphones as well, but that's no issue. To me anyway, just makes the helmet a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, that's the AGV Corsa R. I mean, if you wanted any other sort of review on it, any questions, leave them down below. I'll happily answer them in the comments, because like I say, this is a kind of video that it's just not something I'd really do usually. I'd probably do it out in the garage or something, but since we're in this quarantine thing, I thought I'd have to film it up here. But yeah guys, if you did enjoy it, like I always say, leave a like on the video, it does help get it noticed. Apart from that guys, if you are new to the channel, we've just recently hit 1,000 subscribers, so if you want to go around the rest of the channel and join the little community we've got going on, I would be absolutely thrilled. If you are riding today, if you go to work, ride safe. It's been Joe Motovlogging, and I'm out. Peace.